level 180 Delta 2227.
Delta 2227, contact Atlanta Center on 134.8. Good day.
134.8 Delta 2227.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Goodbye.
we are close to landing at the destination.
Atlanta Center Delta 2227 is passing flight level
The tray
235,
is
descending
closed,
flight
and the
level
seat
180.
back is fully upright. Stow the
Delta
footrest, video
2227
screen,
Atlanta Center
headset,
radar contact.
fasten and adjust
Continue
the
to
seatbelt.
OZZZI. Delta 1737 Heavy, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day. Going to 127.5 Delta 1737 Heavy. Exejet 590, contact Atlanta Center on 121.35. Good day. Delta 9er 62, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day. Atlanta Center United 1612 is passing flight level 285, climbing flight level 290. United 1612 Atlanta Center radar contact, continue. 127.5 Delta 9er 62. Goodbye. Atlanta Center, Delta 1737 Heavy, 12,100 feet. Delta 2227, contact Atlanta Center on 127.5. Good day. Delta 1737 Heavy, Atlanta Center altimeter 30.21 radar contact, continue to HARY.
127.5 Delta 2227. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Delta 2227 flight level 180.
Delta 2227 Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue to HRY. Delta 2227 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet Delta 2227.
Delta 9er contact Atlanta Center on 134.8. Good day. 134.8 Delta 9er 62. Goodbye. 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 approach via PRMAN transition. Cleared to PRMAN. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 approach via PRMAN transition. Clear to PRMAN Blue Streak 5471. Atlanta Center Delta 1737 Heavy is at 9,700 feet, climbing 12,000 feet. Delta 1737 Heavy, Atlanta Center altimeter 30.22 radar contact. Continue to HRY. Atlanta Center United 1612 is at flight level 285, climbing flight level 290. United 1612 Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue. Blue Streak 5471, contact Atlanta Center on 128.0. Good day. Blue Streak 5471. Goodbye. Delta 1737 Heavy, contact Atlanta approach on 135.375. Good day. Delta 2227, you are 25 miles east. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 27 right approach via YOU transition. Clear to YOU.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 27 right approach via YOU transition. Cleared to YOU Delta 2227.
Going to 135.375 Delta 1737 Heavy. Delta 2227, contact Atlanta Center on 128.0. Good day.
128.0 Delta 2227. Goodbye. Atlanta Center Delta 2227 is at 10,700 feet, descending 7,000 feet.
Delta 2227 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.23 radar contact. Continue to YOU. Delta 2227 descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Delta 2227.
Atlanta Center Delta 3052 is passing 14,000 feet, climbing flight level 250. Delta 3052 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.23 radar contact. Continue. Delta 2227 descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Delta 3052 contact Atlanta Center on 127.05. Good day. Blue Streak 5471, you are 13 miles east of Atlanta. Contact Atlanta Tower on 126.9 when inbound.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Delta 2227.
127.05 Delta 3052. Goodbye. Atlanta Center, Endeavor 5241 is at 11,900 feet, climbing flight level 250. Delta 1505, contact Atlanta Center on 134.5. Good day. Endeavor 5241 Atlanta Center, altimeter 30.23 radar contact, continue. Delta 2227, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Endeavor 5241, contact Atlanta Center on 135.0. Good day.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Delta 2227.
135.0, Endeavor 5241. Goodbye. Atlanta Center, Allegiant Tree 168 is at flight level tree 65, descending flight level tree 50. Allegiant Tree 168 Atlanta Center, radar contact, continue to GPEE. Atlanta Center, Delta 1505 is at 8,000 feet, climbing 14,000 feet. Delta 2227, you are 13 miles east of Atlanta. Contact Atlanta Tower on 125.25 when inbound. Delta 1505 Atlanta Center, altimeter 30.24 radar contact, continue to GRHAM.
Tower on 125.325, Delta 2227. Atlanta Tower, Delta 2227, 2 miles east inbound, ILS runway 27 right approach.
Delta 2227 Atlanta Tower. Altimeter 30.24, wind 306 at 14. Cleared ILS runway 27 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway 27 right approach, Delta 2227.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 588 ready for IFR departure runway 27 right. Follow the on final. Wind 306 at 14. Caution the landing runway 27 left. Cleared to land runway 27 right. Clear to land runway 27 right, Delta 630. Atlanta Tower, Delta 1332 ready for departure runway 27 right IFR to Miami. Delta 1332 altimeter 30.25, wind 306 at 14. Traffic. Overspeed. 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 Delta 2227, follow the aircraft on the runway. Wind 306 at 14. Caution the landing runway 27 left. Clear to land runway 27 right.
Clear to land runway 27 right, Delta 2227.
300.
Delta 630, turn next taxiway.
200.
Delta 630, contact ground on 121.9er. Atlanta Tower, Delta
100.
2905 at runway 27 right, ready for departure IFR to Tokyo.
30, 20,
Delta
10.
2905, hold short runway 27 right. Traffic is on downwind. Delta 2227, contact ground on 130.075. Delta 2905, altimeter 30.25, wind 305 at 14. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right.
130.075, Delta 2227. Goodbye.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right, Delta 2905.
Welcome to the destination airport. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and don't get up from your seat until the aircraft is completely stopped in the terminal. Don't forget that the contents of the upper luggage rack could move during the flight. Be careful when opening it. Passengers in transit with a connection to another destination, please go to the airline counter at this airport. Our staff will gladly help you in the process. The captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us. We wish you a happy stay.
Atlanta Tower Delta 787 ready for departure runway 27 right IFR to Spokane. Delta 787 altimeter 30.25 wind 305 at 14. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right Delta 787. Atlanta Tower Frontier Flight 1441 at runway 27 right ready for departure IFR to O'Hare. Frontier Flight 1441 line up and wait. Line up and wait Frontier Flight 1441.